Oreos. Giant Laker. Heavy smelt head. That's a fatty. Good morning, folks. Being that I'm in my truck with my diesel engine in the background and terrible lighting, I thought this would be a great opportunity to say good morning and pose a question I find very important, which is, why is daylight savings a thing? In my opinion, you just lose daylight. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't like getting up any earlier than I have to, and it is like 4:57 in the morning. So yeah, I don't know what this is all about, but daylight savings was yesterday or something. I can't even remember. It happened. Do not like it. But what I do like is I'm gonna go chase lake trout at the legendary Jurassic Park. Headed to Fort Peck. Gonna be a blast, hopefully. Make it there in one piece. Well, it is now, I don't know, a couple hours later. Oh, in fishing, there's always some things that make you want to have a bad attitude and get pissed, and it's kind of what I'm feeling like today. So, a couple lessons to learn is, number one, you're going to get through it. You're not going to catch fish unless you have a good attitude, so I need to have a good attitude. But number two, if you have like a semi-loose fitting cover, like the one that's in the bottom of my truck, just don't even try to use it ever. I don't know, something came loose on it, flopping around, caused an issue. Literally, I don't even know how, broke my windshield. Never, bizarre. I've ran it before. I don't know how in the world that happened. Anyways, you can see that crack off the side of it there, and yeah, that's parts of the windshield there. I've had a tarpon jump in the boat and break my windshield before, and that was a lot cooler way to break a windshield, but this just kind of feels a little pathetic, but I guess it is what it is. In the meantime, unrelated, blew a tire. Look at that. She gone. Like, gone. So, drove the rear axle over a block of wood. I should kind of feel like just going fishing and dealing with that later, but I don't know. I'm going to be semi-responsible, I guess. Change that out first, then go fishing. And I'm about to launch on like one of the best lakes in the world. So really, I got nothing to complain about. So I just got to shape up, get this taken care of, go smash some fish. So yeah, update on the morning. There we go. Whew. About time. 41 foot of water. Whew. There's a lot of looking around some different spots. Well, folks, I ran around a few spots. I was striking out in 41 foot of water. This one choked the 1 ounce Machini Smelt Head Plus with a 4.5 inch Kitech Easy Shiner. Right away, get her back and get a bigger one. Getting started. First fish in like a couple hours into the day. I don't know, it's 11:43. I think I got the correct time now. Woo! All colored up for spawning. That's a male. Big orange fins. Crazy coloration, really cool fish. Woo. Another male. Beautiful fish. There we go. Go. Another beauty. Whew. I was getting real finessey with the 2 7/ounce smelt head and drop shot minnow. For that last handful of fish, I've just been sitting in the same spot. They're just a big school loaded up on this hump, and they're touchy, but seems like blade style presentations. The Nishini Lure Works Simcoe Heavyweight, which is a really good bait for me year round, but that's working extremely good right now. Along with finessing a smelt head and a drop shot minnow. You know, I've tried quite a few other baits, and at least in the middle of the day, it seems like they're just kind of hanging real close to the bottom and kind of being finicky. Seems like whether I know previous years I've done real well with blades around this time of year. I'm gonna try an Apex. I believe it's the 100. Big lipless, heavy, but it has a big flutter on the drop. Doesn't fall quite as quick as you might think. Okay, here we go. I tried dropping the aqua view down. Lots of glare. It's not that easy to see. I did see a laker, but funny thing, because one of the first things I saw was a carp. So it's not just lakers down there. beautiful male. Whew. Big head shakes. I was out there like 90 foot, about 25 to 30 foot down. There we go. Good one. There we go. Woo! It's a beauty. Smelt head plus. Got the underspin there. That's a beauty. Woo! Yeah. Got him. Next cast. There we go. She's pissed. There we go. We're really choked. Okay, see you later, girl. There we go. That was sick. Woo! That was fun. Oh my gosh. Got him netted a little prematurely, but that's fun. There we go. Woo. That's a fatty. Woo! That was a sick boat side strike. Big fat girl gonna get her back so she can spawn. Today has been a day catching a few fish. There we go. Okay. There we go. A little bit more 1 ounce smelt head action. 4.5 inch easy shiner. Cute little lake. It's fun. No, no, mister. There we go. That's a beauty. There we go. That smelt head is back there somewhere. That's a beauty. There we go. No. Okay. Come on, girl. Any more slack? There we go. Okay. Woo. A lot more net out. There we go. Beautiful sunset giant laker. Heavy smelt head. Okay. See you later, girl. Oh, okay. There we go. That's a good one. There we go. Another beauty. 1 ounce smelt head's crushed it right now. There we go. There we go. Whew, another beauty. Good old Fort Peck Jurassic Park dinos. Let it go. Well, hey folks, thanks for checking out the video. Thought I'd just give you a few tips to get you started. Because if you're watching this video close to the time that I'm putting it out, this is very relevant. This was shot last week. Edited, got it out pretty quick. this style of bite is going on right now. You know, they're kind of in that pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn phase. A lot of fish, fairly shallow. Most of the fish that I caught in this film were between 25 and 50 foot of water. That 30 to 45 foot range was really good. There's fish deeper out to like 80. There's also fish shallower, but I really wasn't running into much fish shallow. And by shallow, I'm talking like, you know, 20 foot and less. I've seen that quite a bit this time of year at times, but not really this go round. The baits that I was using to stick them, I'll show you here. Okay, so during the middle of the day, if they're a little bit inactive, and really just something that works really well in general is blade bait style baits. This is a head and sonar style blade, but very similar in its function is the Nishini Lure Works Simcoe 75 heavyweight. You want to get the heavyweight model. It doesn't fall quite as quickly as like a 5/8 ounce blade. It's a little bit more subtle to feel hit bottom, but it's a very, very effective bait. Year round, it's actually one of my best lake trout baits on Peck. This is the exact bait that I was using jigging for the lake trout to start the video. Very effective bait. Additionally, I was throwing the 2 7/8 ounce, just over a 1/4 ounce Nishini smelt head with the drop shot minnow. Also got a couple of fish on that. It's a very slow falling bait, kind of spirals on down seductively to the fish, and then you give it some pops and it'll dart side to side, you know, wherever you have it at, which I was fishing near bottom for the most part, or then if they'd engage with it, sometimes making them chase. The 2 7/8 definitely works on a little bit deeper water. I might recommend like a 5/8. The 5/8 is a very darty bait. Like I said, you pitch it out, let it get down to the bottom, and you jig it on the bottom. And with this elongated head, center balanced, elongated head with the drop shot minnow, when you snap it, this thing tends to dart side to side pretty dramatically, triggering bites. That 5/8 would probably be my go-to. However, I was tinkering around with the lighter weight, the 2 7/8. So for jigging near the bottom in that 25 to 50 foot range, these were very effective baits. When it came to fish that were slightly more aggressive, my go-to presentation was the smelt head pluses. So this is a bait that is coming out soon. It's actually not out yet, but it should be available pretty soon here. So they're available in 3 models: a 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce, an 1.5 ounces. You can see I have gold blades on the 3/4, and the 1 ounce I don't have anything on this. The wire attachment for the blade also it's a heavy duty attachment, which can also function, if you would prefer, as a stinger attachment. I don't typically attach stingers, however it is a popular add-on for some lake trout situations. In my opinion, stinger hooks tend to sometimes deter certain bites, and I don't know, I don't feel like my hookup percentage is generally better, because sometimes I feel like the fish avoid like a stinger treble hook further back. So sometimes they bite baits more reluctantly because there's a stinger. So not sure if that makes any sense. The short answer is I don't usually use stingers, but some people like to use them and believe that they help, in which case this is a very good stinger attachment option also. That being said, I was fishing the 1 ounce. This is the exact bait. You can see it was chewed up pretty good. I was fishing a 1 ounce, and the primary bait that I was throwing was a 4.5 inch, kind of jumbled up in here, but the 4.5 inch Kitech Easy Shiner. It's not a super durable bait, but I really like it. I like the swim action, and what I like is when I accelerate the bait very quickly and like I'm changing speeds a lot, which I do, the bait doesn't blow out, the tail's constantly wiggling, looks good, matches up well with the jig head, etc. So that's predominantly the bait that I was using with this exact 1 ounce Smelt Head Plus by Nishini Lure Works. Custom blade even, you can even see Nishini. So anyways, what With the Easy Shiner, typically I don't glue it on. Usually it holds up for a fish or two. But if I am really pounding the fish, a lot of times I'll go to this 5-inch Z-Man diesel minnow. Works very well also, and in that case I will usually glue it on, and that thing's gonna last you pretty much like all day easy. So this bait got chewed. It was the exact bait that I was using to crush them in that video, with the gold blade. They also offer, you know, once it's available, an 1.5 ounce model. 1.5 ounce would have probably been a great option. I don't know why I just stuck with the 1 ounce, but it was working and I stuck with it. But anyways, this one's been chewed by some deep water lake trout. Once again, I'll tinker around sometimes using the blade or not using the blade. It's very easy to go back and forth, simply taking off the split rings, or if desired you can use this as a stinger hook attachment. So this is a 3/4 ounce model. I'll probably be using it for smallies later next week. Yeah, very effective bait. The hook is an Ichikawa hook. Deadly sharp, very strong hook. You can see I was horsing on those Lakers pretty hard. It's a relatively lightweight hook, so it's going to penetrate really well and stick them really well, but it's solid, a very durable hook, holds up well. You can lean on the fish a little bit. Deadly hook. Love the Ichikawa hooks. So anyways, that's a little bit of the rundown. Besides the baits that I just showed you there, I also tried a number of big baits, more aggressive baits, etc. They just really weren't digging them that well. The weather was pretty calm and sunny. Honestly, the a lot of fall fish to me get a lot meaner and more aggressive when you got more wind, overcast weather, you know, snow coming in, something like that, cold. Weather was pretty nice. I think the fish weren't like in a super bitey mood. Not super turned on to big baits at all. You know, so those were the presentations I was using, but there is a wide variety of baits that could work. I've done really well with Rapala Super Shad Wraps in shallow ranges for lake trout over the years. You know, and if you're into trolling cranks can work really well in general. And like something I'd recommend, especially for those fish that are in like that 25 to 50 foot of water range, I really like using snap weights. I didn't do it at all this trip, but I've done it on and off over the years at times in the fall, where I'll use a 5 ounce snap weight and just a generic like walleye style flicker minnow and flicker shad works really well. So yeah, a wide variety of presentations can work. Day to day, they might shift shallower, deeper, etc. Honestly, there really wasn't much for shallow fish, like, you know, under 20 foot of water, but there was pods of Cisco, especially in that like 25 to 50 foot of water range. That's clearly what they were into, is like they're either like inactive on bottom or occasionally chasing pods of Cisco that were just hanging out off that kind of that first break. I'll throw up a few little screen, you know, clips that I, you know, took of my live scope. I don't remember exactly what I all took, but I know there was a couple pretty big pods out, and I think like 40 foot-ish water range or something like that I was jigging with the Simcoe heavyweight. I think I got clips of Lakers that were kind of out under Cisco pods. In general, like if you're using live scope, you know, sometimes you get pretty big pods of fish, other times it's like groups of 2 or 3. And yeah, if they're near bottom, I like to use bottom hopping presentations. If they're up a little bit higher, swim in that, you know, Smelted Plus and swim bait presentation. Experiment with bigger baits. If you're into trolling, it's a very effective technique also. If you don't have live scope, it doesn't matter. Just you know, drive around, you can graph them on your 2D, graph them on your side imaging, get a good feel for where they're at. They're in very predictable spots on structure. Target those spots, whether you have live scope. If you got live scope, makes the process a little bit quicker and more efficient. If you don't, graph them, figure out what they're holding on, blind cast it, troll it, you're gonna hook up. Have a good time out there, folks. I'll catch you later.